Have you ever wondered how Spanish speakers decide when to use tú, vos, and usted? Or maybe you haven't really thought about it, but you just hear it automatically? Well, let's do a quick review. Verbally, Spanish-speaking countries have this unique ability to switch the second-person singular pronoun between tú, vos, and usted, and use that to address someone in conversation. Even though this phenomenon is widely used in our language, it doesn't have a formally recognized term in Spanish verbal communication. But we can call it second-person treatment, which we use based on our sociocultural context, the relationship between speakers, and our intention for formality. To see the difference between these treatments, we first need to distinguish between tú and vos. It's simply a matter of where you are in the Spanish-speaking world. In countries in the southern cone of America, like Paraguay, Uruguay, and Argentina, vos is the more common for is used most often. While in Mexico, Chile, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Ecuador, Peru, and Spain, tú is used most often. There are also countries where their use varies by region, such as Guatemala, Costa Rica, Colombia, and Bolivia. In these countries, some areas prefer tú and others prefer vos, but neither is officially considered more correct than the other. Their alternative use depends on the cultural relationship between the speakers. Neither is inherently more proper or official than the other. So, even if we were to use a form not common in a particular region, it's understood, it's acknowledged, and it's not considered incorrect. Of course, for a moment, it might throw us off if we heard someone in our social circle use an unfamiliar form, because it would immediately feel out of place. But yes, it's still clear. So, having established that the variation between tú and vos is simply a sociocultural custom, let's move on to usted. Usted is a beautiful pronoun that adds elegance to our communication, neutralizing familiarity in a blend of courtesy, distance, and respect, all at once, when we address someone. It's a form we can use to address both strangers and new acquaintances in formal speeches. And it's also great for connecting with an audience because it elevates the individual within the crowd. Usted is a linguistic tool for masters of ceremonies, TV hosts, and politicians precisely because of that mix of courtesy, distance, and respect. But it's not exclusive to those roles or any particular sociocultural context. All Spanish speakers share it, some with a higher degree of use in their regions, especially towards older people, professors, authorities, or high-ranking individuals, aiming to show respect and consideration, particularly if we don't have a close relationship with them. And in this review of using tú, vos, and usted, it's worth mentioning that addressing figures like those previously mentioned with vos or tú doesn't clash with respect or lead to disrespect. Vos and tú are the natural second-person singular pronouns in our language, and usted is a voluntary form of address we choose to use. Of course, some people, due to sheer habit linked to their position or rank, might really prefer to be addressed as usted, especially since Spanish speakers have a history of its strict imposition. The suggestion is to always pay attention to the cues, as effective communication only happens when we can get on the same wavelength as the other person.